What is up everyone, my name's Al from Games Rip, and today we're checking out the horror game Silent Hill. That's right, but there is a caveat to this. We're gonna Bleem it. The Bleem, let me tell you, I don't even want to tell you, let's just check it out. Here we go guys, so this is it. We are now playing Silent Hill, the original horror that was clearly a outright hit for the PlayStation 1, now playing on the Dreamcast. Now we are playing it truly with a CDI, that's right, using the beta Bleemcast disc, but obviously you can also use Bleem Shell, and I'll explain why a little bit later. You might want to go down that route. Now, as you can see, as normal, the FMVs don't work. That's right, they're kind of pixelated. The sound sounds okay, but yeah, we've got a pixelated FMV, which, you know, is pretty much the norm, as we know by now, for most Bleems. And we're greeted with a really decent looking menu system. Menu start menu looks absolutely fantastic. Let's move on into the actual game. So here we go. This is our main protagonist, Harry Mason, looking for his lost daughter, Cheryl. That's right, Silent Hill. Wow, what a terrifying little town, as you can see. What a fantastic horror game. Now, obviously, if you love the Resident Evil series, you're going to love Silent Hill. If you haven't played Silent Hill, or you've played Silent Hill and you haven't played Resident Evil, I'll be gobsmacked if you haven't played one of them, because they were such massive hits on the PlayStation 1, now playable on the Sega Dreamcast, as you can see. Now visually, I've got to be honest, for a Bleem, apart from the odd graphical glitches, like the box around the main character, I actually think it looks pretty damn good. The point that you can actually see the subtitles work really, really well. And obviously there's pixelation here and there. I actually think this is actually quite a good start to a Bleem like this. I honestly didn't think we'd see anything good from this at all. Now yeah, there are a few issues with the sound, be it speech kind of stuttering, music's kind of there, but the speech is the big thing that kind of, it goes a little bit funny every now and again. It's as if they're kind of stepping over each other's words. That does happen in this Bleem. Now what I will say is the tension isn't lost with this. Yeah, like I said, there are graphical issues, but that doesn't stop the tension from being what it should be in a horror game. I actually think the tension here builds really, really well. And as you can see, when it gets to certain parts of the game, it actually graphically looks fantastic. I can't see any issues here at all. There's no blocks around the main character. It just looks right and exactly what we'd expect. Like I said, there were blocks earlier, but they're not here now. So what on earth caused that? I mean, obviously I can't say because I'm not a developer, so obviously I couldn't really tell you why that happens. But isn't that interesting how it goes from not working just because the textures changed slightly to now working absolutely fine? Now what I will say is you might want to use Bleem Shell, and the reason I say that is purely from a control point of view. Now the issue you're going to have if you play this just with a burnt CDI version of the game, it doesn't fully work. It's not, you basically can't complete it because you can't shoot. You can aim, but you can't fire. It's a really, really, you know, the issue is we don't have enough shoulder buttons. Now, I've tried changing the configuration, but yeah, unfortunately that just doesn't work.
I'm alright, I guess.
Meaning the Bleem Shell is pretty much the only way you can play this through and play it through properly. Now, I've seen forums that say you can go and complete this game with just the burnt CDI image, but I'm nearly 100% sure from what I've played it's just not possible. I literally changed the controls tons and tons of times to the ways it allows you to, and you just can't do it. You can aim, you've got action buttons, etc., but nothing just seems to correlate, and you just can't fire the gun. So yeah, that is a major hit in this Bleem being playable, because let's face it, if the controls worked, this would be very, very much playable.
Daddy, the only person.
What's that? Huh. Radio. What's going on with that radio? Shit.
And this is pretty much as far as I could get on the game. I was literally just walking around and around and around, and just understanding that I couldn't kill the main character. Now, the map function, as you can see, works very well as well. Something I obviously didn't mention before this. But I was just pressing every button under the sun, and nothing worked. Now, as you can see, it wants you to pretty much use every type of button available that would be there on a PlayStation 1 controller. It's got aim as R1, and then action, I believe, as, X. So, why didn't this work when I was actually playing the game? It just wouldn't let me do it. It just, for some reason, wouldn't allow me to shoot. And you can clearly see that I had the gun equipped, so I just don't understand why it didn't work. It's a big shame, because this clearly is a decent Bleem apart from the control issue. But like I said, I think with Bleem Shell, where you can obviously configure the buttons to your own, to the Dreamcast controller, I think that is the way to go, and probably, without a doubt, would make this game very much playable. There's quirks, like I said, some of the sound doesn't work, but overall, this is really a Bleem I think you guys should all go and check out. Download link is in the description below, so I'm going to give it to you guys to go and try yourself. I've been Al from GamesRip. Hope you like this nice little look at Silent Hill the Bleem for Sega Dreamcast. Like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you all soon. You can now support the channel on patreon.com/GamesRip, as well as remember to like, comment and subscribe.